All right, here we're going to go ahead and start the second half of the review. Here we want to solve for c, so we need to get rid of everything around it. So I'm going to add 4a to both sides. Sorry, that's a little messy. And I'm going to get 4a plus 7 equals bc. Well, I'm going for that c, so I need to get rid of the b. Divide both sides by b. And I'm going to get c equals 4a plus 7 over b. On this one, I want to solve for h. I need to get rid of that 1/2. I multiply by the reciprocal, which is 2. So I'm going to get 2a equals b times h. Still trying to get rid of get the h by itself. I need to get rid of the b. So divide both sides by b. H equals 2a over b. I want to solve for L, so I'm going to minus 2w. And that is going to give me p minus 2w equals 2l. Need to get rid of the 2, so I'm going to divide. And I get p minus 2w over 2 equals L. Want to solve that inequality? Well, this time I actually have 3 sides, so I need to do it to all 3 sides, so minus 4. And that's going to give me positive 9 is less than or equal to 3x is less than 21. Divide that by 3, and again, you have to do it to all 3 sides. That gives me 3 is less than or equal to x is less than 7. If I were shading, I'd be shading in between 3 and 7. On this one, you just plug it in, the negative 3, wherever you see an x. So it's going to be 8 times negative 3 plus 2, negative 24 plus 2, and that is negative 22. 2 times 5 squared plus 3 times 5 minus 5. Square it first, 25. Multiply by 2 and you get 50 plus 15 minus 5. That's going to give me 65 minus 5, which is 60. All right, sketching this, you just need to remember whenever you see y equals, it's horizontal. X equals, it's vertical. So y equals negative 4 goes through the y-axis at negative 4. X equals 2, it's going to be vertical, it goes through the x-axis at 2. All right, 28 looks like it's going to be a tough one. It's not. They're finding the slope. Slope is rise over run. Your rise is 6. Your run is 9. That reduces to 2/3. So that's all there is on that one. All right, 29. Beach bike rental charges $5. So that's our starting point. So that'd be like our y-intercept. And 20 cents per mile. Whenever you see the word per, that's like your slope. So the cost is going to be 20 cents a mile. They're asking us to use M instead of X, plus $5. So then the next problem, what's the cost for 18 miles? Well, you're just going to plug it in right there. So your cost is going to be 0.2 times 18 plus 50. I'm sorry, I lost a decimal point there. That would have made that pretty expensive. Plus 5. So 360 plus 5, $8.60. And that is a reasonable answer. Find the slope. Well, slope is the difference of your y's over the difference of your x's. So in this case, 7 minus -2 over -5 minus 4. It's going to give me +9 over -9, which is -1. Write the equation of a line with a slope. So they're telling me m, they're telling me b, the y-intercept. So y equals mx plus b. So y equals 2/5 x minus 3. Write the equation of a line with a slope of -2 and passes through that point. That's my x1, y1. So I copy down my equation. Y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Plug in what I know. I know y sub 1 is 1. M is -2. X sub 1 is 7. We're going to distribute, and you get y minus 1 equals -2x plus 14. And add 1 to both sides. Y equals -2x plus 15. Write an equation that passes through these 2 points. First thing I need to do is find my slope. 5 minus -3 over 6 minus 2. And that's going to give me 8 over 4, which is 2. So my slope is 2. Then I choose a point. I'm going to choose that one because there's no negatives. Write down my equation. Y minus y sub 1 equals m x minus x sub 1. And it becomes a lot like the previous problem that we did. My y coordinate that I chose is 5. My slope is 2. My x coordinate that I chose is 6. Let's go ahead and simplify. Y minus 5 equals 2x minus 12. Add 5 to both sides. Y equals 2x minus 7. And again, I just added 5 to both sides. All right, on this one, I'm going to add 5 to both sides. I get x is less than 2. I'm just not going to label everything, but usually you'd want to go ahead. I guess I will. I want to label a couple bigger and a couple smaller. Open dot at 2, shaded to the left. On here, I want to get rid of that 3. So I multiply both sides by 3, and I get y is less than or equal to -12. Put -12 in the center. Something bigger, something smaller. Be careful when you label your negatives. That's going to be a closed dot, shaded to the left. On this one, I'm dividing by -3. Be careful. When you divide by a negative, you have to flip the sign. So that's going to be z is greater than 7. So I'm going to do an open dot shaded to the right. All right, so do the cover-up method. Cover up my x's, and I get 3y equals 6, y equals 2. So on my y-axis, put a dot at 2. Now I still am going to do the cover-up method. This time, though, I'm going to cover up my y's. And I get 2x equals 6. X is 3. Draw your line through those points. The cover-up method only works when the x and y's are on the same side of the equal sign, when it's in standard form. All right, on this one, my y-intercept is -1, and that's where I begin. My slope is 1 over 2, so up 1, right 2. If I wanted to, I could go down 1, left 2. Draw my line through those points, and I'm done. So here, on 40, our last one, we want to write an equation of the line that has a slope that is perpendicular, crosses at a 90, and is parallel. And then they give us y equals 3x plus 2 and our point. Well, our slope that they give us is right here, which is 3. Let's do the perpendicular one first. Well, my perpendicular slope is going to be the opposite reciprocal, -1/3. And my point is given to me. So I copy down my formula. Y minus y1 equals m x minus x sub 1. My y coordinate is y plus 4 because it's y minus negative. My slope is -1/3. X minus -3 is x plus 3. I need to distribute. Y plus 4 equals -1/3 x minus 1. I need to subtract 4 from both sides. I get -1/3 x minus 5. All right, now I'm going to do this with the same thing, but we're going to do a parallel line. Well, my parallel slope doesn't change. It's 3. And then I'm going to use that same formula. Y minus y sub 1 equals m x minus x sub 1. I plug in all the same information, except I've got a different slope this time. My slope is 3. So it'll still be y plus 4, and then x plus 3. Go ahead and distribute. Subtract 4. And there it is. All right. Again, go through these problems multiple times. You will see them again on your final.